our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go?
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers.
And now, please welcome your
first pitch coming your way next.
Milwaukee Brewers.
So just about set now, and towing the slab, Freddie Peralta.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Close one, doesn't get the call.
3 balls,
and
1
that's
strike.
ball 3. 1 out, bases empty. Right side, hard hit. Terang over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
And the batter now, Seiya Suzuki. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here at American Family Field. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Shota Imanaga.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Leading off, Jackson Chourio.
The right fielder, Jackson Chourio.
And the lefty kicks, delivers. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Makes the catch for the out.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
Here comes Christian Yelich. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. The 1-1. That catches the corner. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles, so to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
Ball, that's outside.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. And now it's William Contreras.
That's ball 2. 2-1.
Two outs, base is empty. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nobody left for Milwaukee. We played an inning. No score. Top of the second. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Right through there for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hoskins takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Here's Nico Horner. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Cubs are down quietly. Moving to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second, and now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And there's a foul ball.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
And there's a ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Sal Frelick getting ready to hit. 1 down, base is empty. Fought off foul. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him on base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Check swing, called strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Gone in order are the Brewers. We'll move to the third with no score.
the street wearing Teflon. If they don't like Frosty, then I'ma give them F-Spawn. Go ahead and watch me.
And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's a speed threat, Pete Crow Armstrong. Into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Gage Workman, the next Cub to hit. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely. Crow Armstrong on at first, nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Grounder might be 2. There's one out onto Hoskins. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. And that misses. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Two outs. And a foul ball. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Stepping in, Oliver Dunn. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
2-2 count.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Now it's the shortstop, Joseph Ortiz. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. 7 in a row by way of the K.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Ian Happ. 2-1 now. Just
Nope, that's the ball.
missed.
You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches.
Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Well, when you fall behind
Now
in the
batting,
count, you've
the
got
right
to come
fielder,
into the zone, and
Kyle
then guys have a
Tucker.
better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Kyle Tucker digs in now. Now one missed.
We got 2 balls.
Well, here's a
1
good
strike.
opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And a swing and a miss.
2 balls.
With the go-ahead run standing at second, top half of inning number 4. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Suzuki will hit next. Here's a 2-2.
3-2.
Just misses there. Hat leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Gets a piece and stays alive. On the ground to the left. Throw not nearly in time. He's saved.
The
You
bat
know, 2-out
number
errors are
7.
kind of like 2-out walks, and
Dan
sometimes
B.
even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Go ahead run on base. Dansby Swanson now at the plate. Here's a 1-1. In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Fourth inning underway, no score. Yeah, that's fouled off.
The count is full.
3-2, 2-out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Nico Horner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And they're all loaded up.
Take credit.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So here's Horner now. And now it's filled up.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Yoel Payamps getting ready to go. Koenig getting cranked up as well. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Brings it in, and that's the third out. Cubs wind up leaving the bases loaded. Still no score. Back here at American Family Field,
Brewers,
bottom of the fourth, and now the right fielder,
Jackson
Chorio. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Hitter, Christian Yelich.
And now it's Christian Yelich. Top of the zone for a called strike. And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
And here's the catcher, William Contreras. And the next pitch is way outside. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Bush makes the catch, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and we're still knotted at 0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jared Koenig.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him! Now 1 away.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Craig Counsell going with a pinch hitter here, John Birdie.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
1 down, base is empty. And that one missing low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a strike on the outside edge.
Count is 3-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive. Brings it in with a nice run and grab. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And we are still scoreless. Staying in the game on defense, John Birdie. He'll play third after coming into the game as a pinch hitter.
Now playing third base,
Garrett Mitchell getting ready to hit.
Now this guy, a player that if he gets on base has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Got him. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Sal Frelick digs in now. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. Two quick outs.
Number 12.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
The 2-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Brewers go down quietly. Sixth inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Ian Happ up to hit. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Get him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And a count 1-2. One down, base is empty.
Ball inside.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that's downstairs and outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
King Tuck goes down on strikes.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jared Koenig will.
Pitching for the Brewers.
And now, Seiya Suzuki.
Number 29. Trevor McGill.
And that one fouled off. And a swing and a miss. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Oliver Dunn.
Oliver Dunn.
And that is downstairs. 2-1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And that one fouled off. And it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Swing and a ground ball. Horner. 1 away. Bottom of the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next to hit, Joseph Ortiz. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 2. And there's a ball.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
In danger of losing the perfect game here. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. He sends it out of here. And the Brewers walk it off for the win.
Walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.